The Bengals just made a move. And no, it's not Trey Hendrickson. We're talking about another Trey, Trey Labounty. Now you might be asking, who in the world is that? Honestly, that's fair, because even for the most diehard Bengals fans, this name probably came out of left field. Let's break it down. Trey Labounty is the newest scout for the Cincinnati Bengals, and if that raises an eyebrow, you're not alone. On paper, there's not much of a track record, not as a pro player, not as a coach. So who is this guy, and what does he bring to the table? Well, Labounty played 2 years at Stanford from 2020 to 2021, then transferred to Miami of Ohio for the 2022 season. In total, just 18 college games. Not exactly a standout career on the field. He lined up at defensive end and tight end, which shows some versatility. But let's be real, he didn't exactly dominate college football. But here's where it gets interesting. Before joining the Bengals, Labounty worked as a football analytics intern for the Buffalo Bills. His focus? Using numbers and data to guide smart football decisions. He's not here to coach or play. He's here to help the Bengals make sharper moves behind the scenes. But before we dive deeper into this Bengals update, take a second. If you're a true Cincinnati fan, smash that subscribe button, like this video, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss breaking news and sharp analysis on your team. Now, back to the Bengals. Trey holds a master's degree in sports analytics from Miami University and another master's in management science and engineering from Stanford, with a focus in computational social science. That's some serious brainpower behind the scenes now working for Cincinnati. He also earned his bachelor's from Stanford with a finance and decision-making concentration. So while Trey Labounty isn't coming in as a gridiron legend, he's bringing something different to the Bengals. Brains, analytics, and a new school approach to scouting. Could this be a move that pays off in the long term? That's the million-dollar question. But in a league where data is becoming king, the Bengals may have just quietly taken a step ahead. Trey Labounty wrapped up his college career with an unusual path, starting on defense and finishing on offense. He spent his final year at Miami playing tight end after initially lining up at defensive end. That's not something you see every day. Switching sides of the ball at the college level? That takes adaptability and a whole lot of football IQ. Labounty says this experience gave him a rare perspective, understanding the game from both offensive and defensive angles. That kind of insight could be gold for scouting if he knows how to apply it. But let's be clear, while the experience is unique, it wasn't exactly high impact on the field. He didn't rack up stats, and from what we can tell, he wasn't a regular contributor in the box score. And yet, that's not necessarily a deal breaker. Not every great scout was a great player. What Labounty did bring was grit, effort, and maybe a special teams role. The kind of behind-the-scenes work that doesn't show up in headlines but still builds a foundation in football culture. Standing at 6 feet 7 inches and 261 pounds, he had the size for the tight end role. And if nothing else, he likely helped in blocking schemes. But as far as receptions, tackles, or big plays, there's no real statistical footprint. Beyond football, he spent time in various academic and professional internships, from research roles to data analysis, and most recently worked in analytics for the Buffalo Bills. So, while the game film may be light, his off-field resume is building fast. For the Bengals, this hire isn't about highlight reels. It's about building a brain trust, and Labounty, despite a low-profile playing career, is now part of that. Time will tell if he's a hidden gem in the scouting world. So, what was Trey Labounty's role at Miami in 2022? He played in 9 games, nearly a full season, but the stat sheet stayed blank. No receptions, no touchdowns, no eye-popping numbers. That tells us one thing. He wasn't out there making highlight reels. Most likely, he served primarily as a blocking tight end, contributing in ways that don't show up in fantasy football but matter in real life. We dug through the 2022 Miami, Ohio roster. Yes, the Red Hawks, not the Hurricanes, and confirmed it. Labounty suited up, saw the field, but didn't show up in the stat column. Still, being trusted to play 9 games suggests he brought value in other ways, likely through toughness, consistency, or special teams work. Before Miami, it was Stanford. And while the playing career doesn't scream future NFL star, here's the thing: none of that disqualifies someone from becoming a great scout. Scouting isn't about your stats, it's about your eye for talent, your understanding of schemes, and your ability to see what others miss. Some of the NFL's best minds were never stars on the field. Right now, Labounty joins the Bengals as their fourth full-time scout. After a staff shuffle, losing one, gaining one, Cincinnati is back to 4 in the scouting department. Small team, but tight-knit. And clearly they see potential in what Trey Labounty brings off the field. Will he become a secret weapon in the Bengals front office? Only time will tell. But for now, Cincinnati is betting on brains, not box scores. And maybe that's exactly what the Bengals need to get an edge.